Hello everyone, today I am going to explain the workflow of CI and CD inside GitHub Action. So let's start. Like when we write code and push it to GitHub, who checks if it works or not, and who put or deploy it? Like when we do all the thing manually, then we have to check the code, build build the code, npm run build if we are making javascript projects, and we have to deploy it manually. And by doing these things we get tired and we can also make mistakes. So like here we can say that the let the computer do this boring work automatically, and then CI and CD comes in picture, and CI and CD is a automation inside GitHub Action, and GitHub Action is a tool of GitHub. So let's know about CI. So CI is actually auto checking. Whenever we push our code on GitHub, it do auto checking our code. Everything is like performing the work like building our code, build check, error check, or test. So when we push our code, computers open our project, run it, and check if it is okay or there is any error. So CI will not going to fix our code, and CI only checks code. So in simple, CI checking our code after pushing to GitHub. So it is so CI's full form is continuous integration. It means like uh, checking the code if there is any error or not. If CI found any error in our code, then it stop the work and it will not going to forward our code to CD. So after if CI pass our code with zero error, then it will forward our code to CD. Then CD comes in picture. Now CD. CD is like auto uploading or auto deploying our code into server. So after when CI pass our code with zero error after performing build test, then it will come to CD. CD's full form is continuous delivery or deployment. So CD is used to deploy our code if there is no error. So like here we can say computer putting our code on live. Like computer both computer we can say that GitHub action, because CI and CD is a automation inside GitHub action, and GitHub action is tool of GitHub. As I say that CI and CD works inside GitHub Action. So, like, what is GitHub Action? GitHub Action, I already said that it is a tool inside GitHub that automate our work and make developers work easy, like run our projects, checks error, upload it, or deploy it to server. So GitHub Action is not a magic, it's just a tool inside GitHub to make developers work easy for like to building, like we have to every time do the process npm run build, then we have to find errors, then we have to again push the code inside GitHub, then we are able to deploy it, and may again after pushing we get some error. So GitHub Action and inside it CI and CD automation make it easy for us. So it only follows instruction we give. So where we give instruction, let's know about it. So GitHub does not do anything by default. It only acts if it finds instruction. So when we push code, CI starts automatically. Then where did we give the instruction? This one is big question. How CI got the instruction, or GitHub Action got the instruction, then it sent to CI and CD. So we have to, while coding or developing our application in VS Code, we have to create a .yml file inside GitHub workflows. So this .yml file is only way to give instruction to GitHub Action after pushing the code to GitHub. Without YML file, we are not able to enable GitHub Action. So this file is the instruction manual for our GitHub Action. So like our application code, a small instruction note for GitHub. And when we push the code into GitHub, GitHub reads our code and GitHub reads that instruction note, then acts. Same, GitHub action read instruction only in .yml file. Whenever we push our application, it reads the instruction like to build the code, to deploy the code, find error, whatever instruction we gave inside .yml file, it read and go according to it and perform automation and make our work easy. So same here, like push is the trigger, workflow file is the brain. So workflow like .github .git workflow, inside it we create .yml file that read GitHub action and do our work automation according to the instruction. So same here, like push code is doorbell and GitHub action person following rule inside .yml. So like we give instruction in .yml file inside .github workflows. After that, every push automatically run CI. What mean every push? Like whenever we create one application and inside that we create .github workflow and inside it we create .yml file. So when we once create .yml file, it will and then push to GitHub. Then then with that push, it automatically do whole the thing like building the application for deployment. And after that deployment, successfully deployment, if again we want to update something in our application, then again we have to uh, update our code. Then again we have to push into our GitHub. So uh, second push we don't have to create .yml file. It automatically reprocess, do the whole same thing that we gave the instruction inside .yml. It will perform whole the thing again. We don't need to create .yml file again. So GitHub action is enabled automatically for every GitHub repo if it find .yml file. So we don't need to turn on any button, or like we just need to add a file in our code .yml inside .github slash workflow. Same thing written here. So like we can also say if I see a workflow file, I will run. If I don't see, I will stay silent. So same here. The moment GitHub see any .yml file inside .github workflow, GitHub action wakes up and then CI will check the code and whole code and also process the build build and test, and after successfully completed without error, it will send the code to CD for the deployment. So same here, no file, no .yml file, no CI CD, and if file present, then CI CD runs automatically. So as we know that while coding we create .yml file and we create it just like any normal file while coding. So inside that file we can write the instruction for GitHub action that automate by CI and CD, that may we can write language, whatever language we use in our application, install packages, run test, build the application and deploy the application. That's all. And after that, we can push our code into GitHub. Then GitHub action triggers. Then GitHub action says, okay, I have the instruction, I will run them. And with the help of CI and CD, it complete the work. So same here, without a .yml file inside .github workflows, GitHub action will not run, CI will not run, CD will not run. So why this is true? GitHub action works like this. It looks for instruction and Instruction lives only in .github workflow.yml. So no file, no instruction, no action. So we can say that if there is any remote without battery, it will not going to run any work. So same without keys, car will not going to run or start. And without program, we can't able to work robots. Same way GitHub action without .yml will not work. So finally, we are able to understand what is CI, CD, GitHub action and how it work after .yml instruction. So CI used to check code, CD used to deploy our code, and GitHub action is like robot that does both after push. Thank you very much. Hope you understand the whole thing. Thank you.